Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is expected to meet with President Trump today following the bombshell New York Times report detailing insubordination at the Justice Department. One American News takes a deeper look at the controversy surrounding the DOJ official.
Rod Rosenstein's fate is up in the air, with the decision in the hands of President Trump as he decides whether to catch him or let him fall.
I would much prefer keeping Rod Rosenstein. Much prefer. Many people say I have the right to absolutely affirm. He said he did not say it. He said he does not believe that.
But for many Republicans on Capitol Hill, it marks a long overdue review of Rosenstein's performance at the Department of Justice. The latest criticisms of Rosenstein come in the wake of a New York Times report alleging he suggested wearing a wire to record President Trump. Further, that he floated the idea of invoking the 25th Amendment to remove the president from office. The 25th Amendment has only been invoked 3 times before, temporarily removing President Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush during surgical procedures, with current cabinet members pointing out how strange the suggestion is.
I've never heard anyone talk about it, whisper about it, joke about it in any way.
Literally, I have never once been in the White House where that conversation has happened. I'm not aware of any cabinet members that are even talking about that. It is completely and totally absurd.
In other words, the idea of removing President Trump through the 25th Amendment is obscure and was coincidentally also made in the anonymous New York Times op-ed. But Rosenstein has been criticized long before the latest allegations, with House Republicans filing articles of impeachment back in July. The articles accused Rosenstein of intentionally withholding documents and information from Congress, failing to comply with congressional subpoenas, and abusing FISA authority.
These deeply flawed and questionable FISA warrant applications utilizing illicit sources and politically biased intelligence were approved by the DOJ and FBI officials at the highest levels before being submitted to the FISA court.
Rosenstein's role overseeing the Russia investigation came to be after Attorney General Jeff Sessions recused himself because of his involvement in the Trump campaign. 2 weeks later, Rosenstein laid the case for the firing of FBI Director James Comey for his deviation from standards regarding the Clinton email investigation. It was 1 week after that decision where Rosenstein reportedly suggested wearing a wire around President Trump, where then FBI Director Andrew McCabe was present, as well as FBI counsel Lisa Page, who reportedly didn't think that Rosenstein was joking about the proposal. Nonetheless, the next day, Rosenstein appointed Robert Mueller as the special counsel, citing the president's firing of James Comey, a decision which Rosenstein argued for as a possible attempt to obstruct justice. But Rosenstein's involvement in the Russia investigation didn't end there. 1 month later, Rosenstein signed off on a third FISA renewal used to surveil Trump campaign aide Carter Page, with Republican lawmakers accusing him of using the unverified dossier as justification.
You have Rosenstein appoint a special counsel to investigate the president based on a slow boil suspicion of Carter Page, a Papadopoulos memo written by Peter Strzok, who's subsequently been demoted and reassigned, and a dossier that was paid for by the DNC in the Clinton campaign and curated in part by Russians.
Despite the reported insubordination, some conservatives have warned the president against firing Rosenstein. They've gone as far as to suggest that Rosenstein himself could have leaked the story to the New York Times in an effort to get fired and to paint the picture that President Trump is interfering with the ongoing Russia investigation. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.